escalated. What?
Yeah, so like some of the jokes are sort of female only, like oh, how difficult it is being a woman, and there is some of that. But
Of course,
a lot
and
of
it's
it,
bound to be in it.
Yeah, but a lot of it is actually genuinely funny for anyone.
So it's a good film.
So it's a good film, and I think if you're bored,
watch it.
go and watch it. If you've got nothing else to do, like it's not a complete waste of money, basically.
Right. If you've got nothing else to do, don't watch Valerian. That's my.
Well, yeah, going to throw it.
I'll give a quick throw. Yes, I watched Valerian starring Dan DeHaan and Cara Delevingne, who's suddenly in these massive movies for some reason. But
don't understand that.
And on paper, it's such a great film. It was like the cinematography, the production, everything's amazing. The whole space universe they have, but it's just the main two leads are just so unbearable, and you have no reason to care about them whatsoever, and they just utterly kill the movie. And they really shove this romance in front of us. We're like, who are they? How long have they been together? Answer, nothing.
There's no backstory.
There's no backstory. And the best character, Rihanna, is hard. Rihanna's the best character, surprisingly.
No, I can't. I don't believe this.
Her character has more development in like 5 minutes than the other two in the entire movie.
You're gonna have to wait
and she's barely in it. Netflix. So yeah, so that was rather disappointing. But
no, because I haven't seen it myself, but they do come across like they don't have enough charisma to pull off a big.
To be honest,
like that.
The film itself is really nice. There's so much to work on. It's just they don't really go anywhere with it. It's like such a massive. It's all these aliens. They've got 1,000 races to work with, and they focus on the two blandest people on the colony. So whatever. So let's move on to the main reviews of the show. So we got coming up Annabelle Creation, and firstly The Dark Tower, which Elenia has kindly gone and watched. So I'll give a quick description. The Dark Tower is an adaptation of The Dark Tower by Stephen King. It stars Idris Elba as the last gunslinger who has to save the world from a guy called the Man in Black.
The Man in Black.
From Matthew McConaughey, who's mysterious Man in Black. And basically his universe is clashing with Earth's universe, and he has to stop them, otherwise we all die, basically. So
the premise is really, really weird. There's a tower at the center of the universe.
It's a dark tower.
Yeah, it is in fact a dark tower, and it protects all of the universe and all of the other planets. So like Earth is one of many planets within this universe that's been protected.
Cosmos.
And outside of the protection layer coming from the tower, there are all these demons trying to get in, and you do see one of them, and it's quite cool. It's probably quite scary if you came face to face with it.
I'm sure.
And it like, although you have Idris Elba and you have Matthew McConaughey, the story actually revolves around a child played by Tom Taylor, who's sort of relatively unknown in a film called Dr. Foster, which I've never seen. But he has these visions of the tower, of Matthew McConaughey, of Idris Elba, and obviously he has visions, so people think he's crazy. So his family want to ship him off to an insane asylum. But it's like the mind of a child is the one thing that can destroy the Dark Tower.
Apparently it can't affect children, the influences of the tower, if I recall, or is that what was in the trailer?
No, like they use the powers of a child's mind to try and destroy the tower.
Oh, okay.
So Matthew McConaughey and all these other weird rat-looking people try and destroy the tower. I don't know if this is coming across, but I didn't really like it.
To be honest, right, looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's at 16%, which is really I didn't expect, I wasn't really that interested in this movie anyway. Judging from the trailers, it looked a bit like bruh. Well, but I didn't think Idris Elba, Matthew McConaughey, they're massive stars.
They're really good actors, and even in this, though it's massively cliched, full of so many plot holes, but their acting remains good, which is great. The list of cliches is just endless. It's like a crazy homeless man comes and tells you that you're actually being chased by people. You need to run away. The end is nigh. Mean stepdad tries to get rid of the child.
There's never a nice stepdad in any of these films. All stepdads are mean.
Cliche dead father. Man loses his faith and uses the child to help him regain faith in himself. He's like, I'm not a gunslinger. And then at the end he's like, I am a gunslinger. Thank you, random child that I met like 10 minutes ago.
I think talking cliche, you have to look at the director. So I looked at his Nikolaj Arcel. I'm not really familiar with his work. Some Danish. Yeah, and he's had like 7 directorial jobs. Yeah, his last movie was a Danish drama about the royal affair, which is back in 2012. So it's like, is he really the right guy to do a film like this? I think the issue is the book just hasn't transferred very well into film. There's so many plot holes. It does make me want to go and read the book. I was going to say, have you read the book? I haven't read the book, but it makes me want to read the book and be like,
Stephen King has to have written better than this. Because I like the
I doubt he's.
But like, there's no motivation behind the Man in Black. You don't know why he's doing what he's doing. Why does he want to?
So they don't actually resolve that.
They
They don't really go into it, really.
Like, and he doesn't really come across. He just comes across
So he's just
as someone
bad for the sake of being bad. One of those kind of lazy.
He doesn't come across as like crazy or insane. He just comes off as kind of indifferent. Like, he walks past someone and just goes, "Stop breathing," and they fall dead. And then that's it.
It's like Kilgrave from Jessica Jones, but probably not as intense. I think because David Tennant absolutely nailed that role and the intensity. But I don't think you say he's probably not the same level. He's got the same powers, but just doesn't feel that. Yeah,
he has like magic, which he calls magics, which really annoyed me.
Magics, wow, how creative! Give the screenwriter an award.
And then you had Idris Elba again. He was good, and the shooting with his guns, it was really, really cool.
Well, he's a gunslinger, so he should be adept with a gun, I suppose.
That was pretty good, but it feels like something my friend said to me when we saw it was like, feels like it should just be on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, so like, I mean, the budget was 60 million, so that is quite a massive budget to have
just on the budget
for a film which is a bit blur.
So like, there's no reason why McConaughey wants to destroy the tower. There's no reason why there are people following him.
He's just evil. He's just evil. Just have to accept that he's evil.
Why are these other rat people following them? Why do they have fake skin that keeps on falling off all the time? And he just seems like a kind of cartoon evil killer, kind of like Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but less scary.
So I see a lot of hatred for this. Anything nice to say about it? There must be some.
I would say that the acting is pretty good, and there was one thing that I really liked. The kid is kind of smart, so he, he immediately realizes that the people who have come to take him to this clinic, he immediately realizes that they're evil and they've come to kidnap him.
So he's not one of those annoying kids.
And then like, he has a vision about a house, so he draws it. He's a very good drawer as well for like a 12-year-old.
Well, it's got a future.
Yeah, exactly. But he like takes a picture of it, puts it online, and asks, the internet, where
that always goes well. Asking the internet.
But then there's the loads of things, and it's exactly how you think it would go. People going, I have no idea, sorry, joke, like horrific answer, and then someone going, yeah, I know this is my old hood. And then like, there's a bit where he runs away from the people trying to kidnap him, runs into the subway, runs straight back out again to lose them.
Smart.
And exactly. And he's kind of he's brave in some situations. I think
with kid actors, they can always make or break a film. Like, have you seen The Purge, the first one?
No.
There's a kid character, and he is just utterly stupid. And like, the first few seasons of the movie, like, I just wish you just died now, man. He's like, he does everything, like, he's there for the sake of the plot moving along.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh my, you're such a dumb kid. So it's nice to see a kid who actually uses a bit of nous.
So
a bit of
that was good. Yeah, the ending just seemed kind of rushed. Like, all of a sudden they say this mantra to each other. I aim. He who aims with his eyes has forgotten the face of his father, and it goes on to this whole thing, and they're saying it to each other, and it's really, really.
Doesn't he mention that in the trailer? He goes, I don't aim with my eyes, I aim with my heart. So it's like
I don't kill with my gun, I kill with my heart, and I'm like, well, that's terrifying. But no, Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba, the script that they have, they played it really well.
Yeah, I suppose if you're given a bad hand, you just got to make the most of it.
I have more questions coming out than I did going in. Like,
so does this set up for a future film out of interest, or do they kind of hold back a bit? Because a lot of films have a tendency to bait a sequel, even though the film's a bit lukewarm. So does this go down that route, or does it no?
Yeah, it does and it doesn't. So I don't want to spoil anything for it, but it's that kind of ending where it can just end where it is. But if they wanted to continue it, because also I don't know where the book starts and ends. So I don't know where that is. Like, I really want to go and actually investigate it and see what the differences are.
At least it's got you intrigued in the books, I suppose.
But the one thing that me and my friend, we really didn't like was the self-representation of other Stephen King books. Okay. So there was a really prolonged close-up on a St. Bernard, which is Cujo. One of the destination coordinates for the portal that they're using is 1408. Room 1408.
So he's mentioning all his other works.
Yeah, and then there was the magic that the child had is called the Shining.
Oh, wow.
And there was
very sharp there.
Yeah, there's like an abandoned theme park, and there's a mist, and there's monsters there, and it's like the mist. And it just
Probably Stephen King probably paid a bit of decent money for that stuff. So,
yeah.
But to be honest, though, that you know, they got It coming out, which is another Stephen King novel. So hopefully that.
I do want to see that.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't, you know, they can recover from this, because right now, you know, probably his name's a bit tainted movie-wise. Obviously not from the books, but, you know, if one of his movies, with his name's on it, right, it's like Stephen King's The Dark Tower. If the movie flops, it kind of gives a bad taste in the mouth.
I just think, like, it looked great, the acting was great. I think just the screenplay fell short. There's so many plot holes, so many.
Does it deserve 16%?
Yeah, like everything before the kid goes through the portal to like mid planet or whatever. Everything before that is a plot device. Everything.
Scathing, but you know, at least there was some good things about it. So, you're gonna give a quick conclusion. How would you?
Plot holes galore.
Plot holes galore. Fascinating. At least you can go home on the internet and read up on all the plot holes. That's always one way to look at a bad movie.
Yeah.
You go home and you research online. This did not make sense, and I also read it, and you can find a massive thread on all the stuff that didn't make sense.
That's what the kid did.
Is it? Oh, smart kid.
It is. See, a smart kid using his resources.
Right. So that's great. That brings us to the end of this review. Afterwards, we'll be moving on to Annabelle Creation.